Hello, I am Dr. Saurabh Patwardhan and I would like to introduce the new YouTube channel that I have started. It's called Live Ophthalmic Surgery. Do subscribe to this YouTube channel to receive live streaming of ophthalmic surgeries. Of course, my present YouTube channel will continue to have more edited and educational videos. Also visit our website phacotraining.org.in and you can submit your own videos for review and publishing on this website. So why are you waiting? So let's get started with excellent videos and education. Hello friends, I am Dr. Saurabh Patwardhan from Phaco Training Center, Nanda Deepa Hospital, India, and in this video I'll be speaking about a white cataract, but it is non-intumescent, and I'll be using microcapsular axis forceps. So let's see how I do it. So this is a white cataract, but as we know that not all white cataracts are intumescent, and how to do the test whether it is intumescent or not. You can do preoperative OCT also. You can look for the fluid clefts, also the anterior convexity of the lens. But what I do is I call it visco press test, and I will just show you now. So I have injected trypan blue dye under the air, and I release the dye a little bit from the side incision so that I can locate it easily. Otherwise many times we struggle to find out the incision location later. So after putting the viscoelastic, you can see that the anterior capsule has become absolutely flat, and that means that the liquefied cortex has reorganized itself inside the lens, and there is no intumescence as such. Now here I decided that from the side port incision, the small incision, I used a microcapsular axis forceps to grab and create the CCC, though I normally use the 26 gauge cystitome. Forceps has the advantage of better control over the flap, and microcapsular axis forceps can be used through the small incision. But for the sub-incisional part, I shifted from the side incision to the main incision, and because I am tenting up the incision and not allowing the visco to come out, I can do the rhexis very easily. So that is one of the common mistakes you do when you are using the forceps from the main incision, that you press on the incision downwards, and that leads to visco leak, and then the rhexis may go out. So once the rhexis is done, I think it's a soft grade 1-2 cataract, and decided to do the primary chop. It is important to keep the phaco power very low because we don't want the tip to just cut through the nucleus and hit the posterior capsule. Just keep the power low, and division is usually very easy. So in such cases, using microcapsular axis forceps is also a good idea to have better control over the flap. And I always use the Hylucoat or Viscoat for such cases because it keeps the anterior capsule pressed down, and that gives much better control over your capsular axis and also protects the endothelium. Now it is important to keep the phaco tip right at the center, the safe zone, and you have to use the left non-dominant hand for maneuvering the pieces. So that's the end of the surgery. IOL is in place. I am hydrating the incisions. The IOL is well inside the bag, and you can see those striae on the posterior capsule, indicating that still the anterior chamber is a little bit hypotonous. So as I hydrate the incision, the striae disappear. So whenever you see this striae, particularly in cases where you have implanted a single piece IOL, that indicates that you need to form the anterior chamber properly. For more such videos, do see and subscribe my channel. Also submit your videos for review and publishing on our website phacotraining.org.in. Thank you so much for watching.